Alrighty guys, we're back for some Legendary Reanimator, and this is a March of the Machine standard brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what do we got in the build here? This one's technically based around Ayara, Widow of the Realm. This is a 3-mana, 3/3 legendary creature. You can tap it, sacrifice another creature or artifact. Ayara, Widow of the Realm deals X damage to target opponent or battle, and you gain X life, where X is the sacrificed permanent's mana value. That's not half bad, guys. The fact that you gain that life too is going to be very important, right? Bottom ability here, of course, 5 and a red Phyrexian mana. Transform Ayara, activate only as a sorcery. Transforms into Ayara Furnace Queen, freaking epic name. It's a 4/4 legendary creature. At the beginning of combat on your turn, return up to one target artifact or creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. So since it gets exiled, we want to make sure whatever we're bringing back with the Furnace Queen is going to help us wrap up the game then and there, right? Like with a nice full swing or something. So that's where the idea of reanimating Jodah the Unifier comes in. We honestly don't get to see Jodah too often, so I should go over it real quick, huh? It's a 5-mana 5/5 legendary creature. Legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Okay. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, it doesn't have to be a legendary creature, just a legendary spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Cool. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Nice. And then that'll just buff all of your other legendary creatures, right? So pretty good card, honestly, overall. Pretty tough to build around right now if you're not just building like Jodah humans or something like that, right? So it's going to be interesting in here. Got more top end to bring back with the Ayara Furnace Queen. Of course, Atraxa, right? 7-mana, 7/7, a Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink, and when it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, you may put a card of that type from among revealed cards into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. The card types are Artifact, Battle, Creature, Enchantment, Instant, Land, Planeswalker, and Sorcery. I don't believe we have any enchantments or sorceries in here, but that's fine. It's still a big old chunky creature to bring back with the Furnace Queen. Now we have more ways to reanimate these as well. So Invasion of Tolvada, a 5-mana battle siege, comes out with 5 defense counters on it. When Invasion of Tolvada enters the battlefield, return target non-battle permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's just any permanent. It could be a planeswalker too, for example. So now if you ever do break through the defense on this siege, it transforms into, or you cast it as the Broken Sky. It's an enchantment. Well, there's an enchantment, right? It doesn't count for the Atraxa, but still. Creature tokens you control get +1/+0 and have lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. I don't know how often you're actually going to focus on breaking this down, but it is possible to want the Broken Sky on the board. So really depends, right? There's other ways to get tokens for the Broken Sky as well, like Edgar Charmed Groom is in here, for example. This is one we don't get to see often as well, huh? 4-mana, 4/4 other vampires you control get +1/+1, and when it dies, you can return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control, which comes out as Edgar Markov's Coffin. It's a legendary artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you put a +1/+1. Yeah, you create a 1/1 white and black vampire creature token with a lifelink and put a bloodline counter on Edgar Markov's Coffin. And if there are 3 or more bloodline counters on it, you remove those counters and then you transform it back into Edgar Charmed Groom. This card is also going to be terrific with the first, just the Widow of the Realm here, where you can tap it, sacrifice a creature, you can ditch the Edgar, do 4 damage to the opponent's face or a battle, right? You gain 4 life, and Edgar comes back as the Markov's Coffin. That's pretty insane, man. And then you could just do it again next turn because it also says sacrifice creature or artifact. So you could just sacrifice the Markov's Coffin. Generally speaking, you don't want to do that unless you're wrapping up the game, though. other legendary creatures to work with the Jodah theme in here. Of course, we got a couple Vraan Executioner Thanes. I think it's going to be relatively solid. Got 3 Elas il-Kors as well, going to be excellent in here probably. We have 3 Skrelv on the top end, hopefully helping us protect our creatures by giving hexproof to like Ayara, so that way it doesn't get burnt by a lightning strike or anything like that, right? So we'll see. Got some early removal here with 3 cut downs. Honestly, just choose your removal of choice. I think cut down is going to be excellent overall. So it is a reanimator build. We need ways to just plug things into the grave, and those ways are Scrapwork Mutt. This is a 2-mana 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Okay, and then it has Unearth for a 1 and a red. Not bad at all, guys. It really isn't. It looks on the surface like it's going to be janky, but it's solid overall. And then we have 4 Liliana of the Veils, of course. Worst comes to worst, if you have nothing big to plug into the grave on that +1, you could just ditch a Mutt, right? It has the Unearth on there. So now, of course, we are just splashing the red source in the mana base, and things like Plaza of Heroes won't be able to tap for the red. So that's really something to think about. If you are sending the Mutt, it might be a little bit more difficult to actually unearth this. So also, Celestus helping us mana fix as well as helping us plug things into the grave. It's going to be a great one in here. Just more creatures that I didn't go over yet. Sheoldred, right? I have 1 Sheoldred. It just makes sense to have 1 of these at least. I think it's probably the most powerful legendary creature in Standard, right? I think so. I let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, right? I think Sheoldred is the most powerful legendary creature as far as I can tell. I mean, that's saying a lot. We do have like Atraxa, but like I'm saying like overall, right? So mana base, guys. Yeah, all 4 Plaza of Heroes. We're really just like splashing the extra colors for the Jodah, and of course the extra red for like, you know, we don't need the red source on the Ayara. We can just pay the 2 life. We don't need to have to unearth the Scrapwork Mutt, for example. So Plaza of Heroes is going to be very important if we have to cast the Jodah instead of cheat it out with something like the Furnace Queen, right? Single Raffine's Tower. Honestly, the rest of the mana base are dual lands that I thought about for a while. I actually don't think the mana base is going to hold us up at all. Abandoned Mire, Seat of the Empire, and a bunch of honorable mentions, guys. Ashnod Flesh Mechanist could be a cool one. I think Skrelv is going to be more important just to help protect our creatures. Rona, Herald of the Invasion could be a cool one. You know, it has that draw and discard ability on here, but really just splashing the blue for the Jodah here and kind of splashing for Atraxa, which both of those we're not even trying to cast out. We're trying to cheat out onto the battlefield. So it really depends, right? It's the same case for the Kaito as well. Just adding more like blue sources and stuff, even though it is a 5-color deck, like it at some point it's going to hold you up at some point. You know what I mean? Path of Peril could be an excellent one to throw in here. Lorn of the Third Path fits the legendary theme and helps us clean up artifacts and enchantments. I really considered this one. Ravenman, since we have so much like discard and everything, maybe we talk more about Ravenman replacing Vraan. It really depends how much Vraan ends up doing for us though, you know? Enrica could have been a cool one as well. And the whole like Ratadrobic comboing off with like a bunch of other things in here, like I see, I didn't add it to the honorable mentions, but like the Mondrak Ratadrobic comboing off and everything, that's not what this deck is trying to do. So not this time around, right? I thought about Cruelty of Gix. I do honestly think that the Invasion of Tolvada is just going to be better overall. At least I hope, right? Just having that option to actually attack into the siege seems like it's going to be very important. But Cruelty could also help us find cards. So yeah, definitely something to consider. Since this does hit non-battle permanents, I really considered some big planeswalkers like Eternal Wanderer and of course Kaya as a one-of or something like that on the top end. Could be insane. It wouldn't be too difficult to actually just end up casting this out. But since it's really the main theme for me at least was getting the Furnace Queen to cheat the creatures out, you know, this is return artifact or creature, not a planeswalker. So there are going to be moments where you get that Kaya in the grave, but nothing else big. And then if you do have the Furnace Queen, there's no way to bring the Kaya back. But since the Invasion of Tolvada does bring the Kaya back, it's definitely something to consider here. You know what I mean? I also considered Toxrill for the top end too. Versus certain decks, it just absolutely gobbles them up. So really something to consider here. Oh my goodness, is that everything, guys? We had a ton of stuff packed in, so I apologize. It took me a little bit longer and a bunch of honorable mentions too. So either way, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked and see how we do. Right into that first game, guys. Holy cow. I don't even think I saw the timer pop up down here. It's like the opponent was just waiting for us, man. Oh, this is a slow hand. Oh, the opponent goes first too? Dude, I don't know. I think this is a mulligan. It's nice to see the 4 mana right away though. It is. Oh no, when I was going over the deck, I forgot to go over how much land I had in here, so I don't even know right now. I probably have 25 land. That's probably what I added. Dude, opponent going first here. If they're mono red, we're just gonna get absolutely run over. Let's try it. Let's see. You never know, right? Okay. Ooh, a second invasion. Yeah. Hopefully we draw some of our front end of the build. Oh, yeah. Ew. Oh my goodness, guys. More land. We might be in trouble. Wait, Proving Ground, Thalia. There's no way this is a Jodah build, right? There's no way. This is going to be Jodah humans. What are the odds, dude? I brought this up in the past a few times. Wow, Celestus, we can't cast because of Thalia. That was a good draw otherwise. This is a really good draw if Thalia wasn't on the board. Dude, we're in so much trouble. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we could have mulliganed. I know, I risked it. Yeah, Lagrella, it's Jodah, it is. I brought this up in the past. We're in ranked. I thought the matchmaker didn't do that thing. I thought it didn't do the whole, like, puts you up against the same similar deck, so this might very well just be a complete coincidence here. We're gonna do our best to chump the Adeline with the Edgar, because we don't want to trade with Sheoldred. We'd rather try to gain life off of Sheoldred. Thalia's been brutal to me recently, guys. It's definitely the type of decks I've been putting together. But Thalia, like, look at this. 4 cards in our hand getting held up by Thalia. And not like a little bit held up. Like, we don't want to cast any of these for more. That's brutal, man. Rona, nice. That was in our honorable mentions. Very cool. Wow, they don't want to trade into Edgar. Wow. They must be getting ready for, well, I don't want to say getting ready for Jodah. They missed their land drop there. Liliana just not being terrific here. We will have the 6 mana. It's too bad everything's so expensive. They are getting ready for a full swing. Like, we're at 7. It took us way too long to play anything. Man, that Celestus was such a good draw, though. It really was. So if they can't get rid of the Sheoldred and we start gaining life, we could find a footing here, but I don't think so. I think they're going to be able to go wide enough. I probably would have risked losing the Adeline in full swung last turn, too. Just for the sake of plugging as much damage through as possible, because at any point, a deck with these colors could find a board wipe, too. Thalia, dude. Thalia's got to go. We don't know what's in their hand, but 3, 6 damage, right? We might die here. I don't know what they could have in hand, but down to 1. Back up to 3 because Sheoldred and getting a lifelink vampire. And our cards cost less now too, so Lauren, take out the coffin. Dude, nice. Oh no. Okay, now we're in some serious trouble. Also, geez, I can't talk. In the honorable mentions, nice opponent. This has been, if nothing else, a cool matchup. a cool little, like, not a mirror match. I really don't want to call it a mirror match because we're playing... We're not playing, like, the same type of Jodah build by any means, but... So, Liliana, sacrifice a human. Invasion, bring the Edgar back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, not enough. Celestus, draw up to 5. Up to 6, actually. They'll still have 6 on the board. I'm sorry, opponent. I am thinking, buddy. If we block, they still have 4 with a full swing then. I guess it would be bring Edgar back, but if we flip it with Celestus, we'll go back up to 6. Yeah, they'll still just have enough on the board, because then we won't have enough blockers. Yep, I guess it's just going to be Invasion of Tolvada here. Bring back the Edgar, and maybe they don't full swing, but I'm pretty sure they full swing, you know what I mean? It's really cool how much life we could have gained from Celestus pairing with Sheoldred here, but... It is really cool. Yeah, they'll still have enough, but... The Adeline being able to swing in so many turns without any issues was definitely... I mean, yeah, just going wide enough here. Also, they could find, like, another Lagrella as well. And that would be enough to do it as well, even if we did find a way to gain enough here. They have the chump with the Lauren if we were swinging, and it's not enough to take out the invasion anyways. Beginning of your end step. Yeah, honestly, the Lauren of the third path, man. I think we had a chance here, guys. I really do. The Lauren of the third path taking out the coffin, so that way we didn't get an extra 1/1 lifelink blocker. If we would have had that blocker, we could have played the Celestus and then gained all that extra life. Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I'm impressed. I am. For, like, how slow our hand was and everything, like, we just got these big old chunky threats, man. Good game, opponent. I forgot to drop them the GGs. We didn't get to see the Jodah from their list either, but I'm almost certain that was a Jodah build. Yeah, Jodah humans looks like it could be fun, man. You guys will have to let me know. Do you guys want to see a more of a basic Jodah build with just humans? And there's like this new 4-drop human. It's Simic colors. I can't remember the name, but it has the Asika's Chariot in it. I can't remember, but I feel like that card would be great in Jodah humans. At the beginning of the season, I tried to put a Jodah list together, but I just ended up playing other stuff instead, and this is by far the coolest Jodah list I've put together out of all the other ones. I think I'm going to decline here, guys. We got like just a solid lineup. I could get rid of Cut Down, but I also think that's going to be important against whatever we're up against here, so I think just playing the creature's fine. Shattered Sanctum. I guess we'll start getting the +1s here. We don't need too much land, so I'll ditch the swamp for now. It's fine. We'll find more land. I'm pretty sure we have 25, so. Hasty creatures. They might have hasty creatures, but I'm going to get the swing. Like, we definitely know how to plug damage through. Dude, what on earth is even happening? Oh, one with the multiverse in the grave, dude. Invoke Justice Reanimator. What are these decks we're up against, man? What is even happening? So our Liliana is benefiting them too, because they got one with the multiverse in there. And the portal to Phyrexia on turn 5 is probably gonna happen. Even if we have them sacrifice the Mutt, they can bring it back and plug more into the grave. Oh my goodness, dude. I guess we just plus. Sure. We'll get rid of the land. I don't even know where to begin. Volcanic, okay. Like, if we can get Liliana to the -6 point, like, that could still be pretty good. They just trade. That's an easy trade. Yeah, we better keep it back for now. Something like this could be running. No, opponent! I would have loved to play that one out, buddy. Really? There's no way they just dropped the concede because they missed a 4th land drop, right? Right? Opponent? What was that about, man? They had Portal and one with the multiverse. Like as far as Reanimator goes, like they were ahead of us for sure. Like we're trying to reanimate stuff too, but they actually had their big threats in the grave already. I'm a little upset by that. I'm not gonna lie. I do like to play them out, even when they're tough games. You guys know that. It really depends. I guess if they missed their 4th land and had nothing to play that turn, I guess that might have been enough. I mean, our Edgar is pretty threatening too. Unless they had a way to exile it. Alright, we'll give it a shot, man. It honestly, overall, doesn't seem like too great of a list, but... Or, yeah, too great of a hand, but... We'll give it a shot. I do like the Elas il-Kor here on turn 2. Okay, Blood Tithe Harvester. That's a quick way to take care of the Elas il-Kor, but who knows? We might have to bring back the Elas with the invasion. We might not see anything else here. No attacks. Also, we could give Hexproof too. So if they do target it with Harvester, Hexproof from that color, probably choose red, right? Well, ooh, Grixis, cut down. Oh, that's not very nice. All right, I'm not gonna pay the extra 2 just for the sake of protecting Elas, and then on the stack they have spot removal in hand. Oh, I'll take the 3 for sure. Now Harvester's sorcery, so like I was banking on more spot removal in hand there too. Seems to work out all right overall. Raffine's tower works out nicely here as well. I'm gonna actually play this before combat, because if we swing in, well, I guess they could still just remove it right now before this hits. Right. While they're tapped out, I'll take out their Harvester. This is a great hit for cut down. And, you know, make disappear, not hitting it. I don't know if they would want to make disappear a cut down anyways, but yeah. I think that works. I think that all works out. Corpse Appraiser, sure. Sure. Okay, as long as the opponent doesn't draw all 4 Corpse Appraisers, maybe some of our bigger threats will be fine. If we can find them and find a way to get them into the grave too. Oh, great draw. Let's go. Such a good draw, guys. It really is. Only have 1 mana open. Okay. It's really, really good, actually. End turn. Keep Skrelv open as protection for the Edgar. Even if it's not, like, if it's like a go for the throat for Edgar, that's not terrible. It comes back as the coffin and a way to go wide here. And if they find, like, double, well, they find double removal to get on top of the Skrelv. Yeah, it's just, like, it's not bad. Oh, Invasion, nice. I just put a Grixis list together with Invasion of Amonkhet. And I think it's going to be really cool. Opponent, nice addition. This is a great way for them to get a little bit ahead in hand too, so. We're going to keep Invasion, send the seat, and not finding too much here. Liliana's pretty good to bring back with the Invasion though. That's pretty good. Keep a blocker, sure. Okay. Caves. Invasion. Hopefully this lands. This just might be a make disappear. Oh, nice. Okay. Liliana. -2. Full swing, add Invasion, and get the ball rolling. No, opponent, come back! No! That was really cool, guys. That was really cool. So we had 5 damage, swing at this, get the Broken Sky, flipped on over, and start generating those 1/1 flying every single turn. Really, really cool, man. Jeez. I would have loved to play that one out. I'll take the victories, though, man. I will. The victories are hard to come by sometimes, so... You guys will have to let me know if you're interested in my Grixis Reanimator too. I wasn't going to play it till like next weekend probably because, you know, playing multiple Reanimator builds in a row seems a little bit weird to me. I like to space out my decks. I like to have like something different every day and then wait. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we keep it, like we actually have the Jodah this time, like... The combos in here have been a little bit hard to like get in hand all at once, but like, oh, not mono blue. No, get out of here, mono blue. I don't wanna. Don't flip. Don't do it. Ah! Okay, good. The opponents have had a tough time flipping Delver first turn. Second turn, on the other hand, that's a guaranteed flip. No, I'm just teasing, guys. I hope not, but... I would rather the Scrapwork Mutt get countered. Then again, getting Jodah into the grave early here wouldn't be too bad. It's just a little puppy. Okay, there you go. Alright, it's just an impulse. They let us have the puppy, which is good news. Jodah to the grave, that's the plan. If we had like Plaza of Heroes, maybe we'd keep Jodah in hand, but... Good old-fashioned Jodah Reanimator. What everyone's playing nowadays, guys. Shattered Sanctum. Gonna try the Liliana, but, well, maybe not. Yeah, keep the 3 open. Wow, they didn't flip the Delver. We got lucky, guys. We really did. Why was I thinking this was the Pain land? Crap, we're gonna have a couple turns of tapped lands, guys. I apologize. I don't know why I was thinking I had the Pain land in here. I'm sorry, that is relatively janky of me. Gonna have a couple turns of tapped lands. It's fine, everything's fine. That's funny. Oh, there's for, wow, Liliana's hitting this board, guys. What on earth, dude? We'll see if they take the trade here first, then we'll -2, because I'd rather plus the Liliana this turn. Alright, yeah, I'll take that trade. Get rid of one of the cliffs, I suppose, right? That's really funny of me. I know I've been avoiding Pain lands. So like the caves being an exception here, of course, but I don't know why I did that. That's so silly. This might end up working out though. Celestus was a really good draw. Celestus before I do anything with Liliana. We'll see if this lands too. Because Scattered Ray, or yeah, Scatter Ray? We've been seeing a lot of Scatter Ray. That hits artifacts too, so. Obviously Negate hits it. And discards a card, right? We just keep plussing the Liliana. I don't know how much mono blue can do against Liliana until they get a creature on the board. And then we got the Liliana lockdown that I like to call it. I guess Vraan. I'd rather have Edgar and make sure we have the Seat for now. Seat hits things like Jin, and it's a little bit hard to counter too, so. Yeah, so we have the -2. They need to play another one. Yeah, makes sense to me. Chrome hosts Seed Shark. Nice. Now they're tapped out, so we do get the Edgar here too. I suppose they'd want to keep the Seed Shark for the sake of flying. But you never know, we didn't play a creature yet. They might keep the Terror. Just for the sake of having a 4/4. So now we have the Edgar that blocks the Terror to keep the Liliana to go -2 again next turn. And this flips into the Coffin. So Fading Hope, I guess, could work in their favor. Swing at Liliana. Edgar Charmed Groom is Still really good. Seed of the Empire doesn't hit terror. So Fading Hope was literally best case scenario for the opponent, I would say. We get Elas il-Kor, the Death Touch is great. We'll have 4 mana for the Edgar. Since Seed of the Empire doesn't hit terror, we're just going all out here. Gain some life. Nice. No counters. Nice. 3 Fading Hopes in the grave, guys. They only have 1 Fading Hope remaining. Yeah, they'd want to get rid of the Death Touch creature. So it must not be a swing here. Nice. Invasion. Bring back Jodah. That was the plan, man. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, no. Oh, they didn't have a counterspell for the creatures, but they got it for the invasion. Yep, negate number 2. Aw, I'm pretty sad, actually. That would have been so cool. Yeah, negate number 2. I'm guessing that's it, right? Probably only 2. Unless they're going up against a lot of, like, mono black or something. Definitely sending the cliffs and seeing what we can find. Another mutt, huh? I might keep that in hand, honestly, just for the sake of filtering. Actually, they don't know what's in hand here, but get that swing. Nice, 2 damage. Let's go. It's mainly because they probably don't know what's in hand, right? I would assume. Yeah, we're just gonna keep the mutt in hand. It might seem a little bit funny, but this is anyone's game, easily. Yeah, they can flip the Delver. Yeah, now they have flying in the air and a massive amount of card draw. I don't know if this is anyone's game anymore. Oh my goodness. How do we get around this terror without finding, like, our spot removal in the deck is cut down for the sake of early spot removal, mainly to compete against, like, mono red. I guess cut down does hit the Delver. Insectile Aberration, right? Soaring City, wow. Elas to the grave doesn't seem particularly great. They might trade terror or take 2. They probably take 2. Tough business, man. Tough business. We play like the second Elas. Doesn't seem the greatest either. I guess Scrapwork and ditch the second Elas, right? There's a couple decisions to make there, but Liliana, okay, crap. Hopefully that's not a Spell Pierce. Okay, it isn't. So they'd want to sacrifice Terror, which means we get a great swing on the ground. No! Their flyer is out of here, man. I thought for sure they were going to want to swing in and hit that Liliana. Wow. Yeah, I guess no attacks, right? Like, we could get the Elas through with the Death Touch, but I don't know if that's worth it at all. Yeah, they're looking at the Liliana. Where are their haughty Djinns? They're probably asking that same question right now. Ah! No! My Edgar! You monster! It comes back under the owner's control though, right? So if it dies to like the Elas, it does come back to us, luckily. Luckily, right?
I'm tired of this.
So right now we're just really hoping that they don't have something for the Elas at this point. No attacks. That flow of knowledge, like, just dragged the opponent back into this game, like, big time. Thirst for discovery, yep. A lot of draw power from the opponent right now. Okay, there's their haughty Djinn. 13 power, guys. Oh my goodness, we're so dead if we don't see something. I don't know what we could possibly see. I really don't. So now if we trade with the Elas, We don't have a great way of getting rid of Edgar. But, like, at this point, guys, what, they're going to fly in with Haughty Djinn next turn after a second flow of knowledge. So we should take out the terror. It hurts, but we should. All right, we'll chump with Mutt, and here's why. Well, no, because we had the -2 on the Liliana as well. It's a great draw, dude. That's a great draw. So do they just swing at Liliana if we go +1? Probably. Yeah, I could have played that out a little better, guys. We could have blocked with Elas. They'd have terror. We'd go -2 on the Liliana. They'd either have to lose the Charmed Groom. We'd get it back as the Coffin, or the Djinn, which would have been excellent for us. So we're going to go discard for the sake of just getting a card out of their hand, and maybe the Haughty Djinn swings at Liliana instead. I definitely could have played that out a lot better, and I apologize for that. We'll see what they end up doing here, though. Yeah, because, yeah, getting the -2 on the Liliana that turn would have been the best case. But now if we did the -2, they would have just ditched the terror, no issues. Swing at face. Come on. Yes, okay. All right. So we do end up blocking here. See what they have in hand. Down to 7. Terror's gone. We go -2. They either get rid of their Djinn or the Charmed Groom. See, we should have done that last turn for sure. Oh, more air power. Atraxa. Hold on just a minute, guys. We might still be in this if we discard the Atraxa with the plus here. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go... We can still minus the Liliana then. Get rid of Siege Shark, Atraxa. Actually, we probably just plus the Atraxa. Or... Yeah, we don't want to take the 2 from the Ayara. Dude, tough decisions, man. I don't even know. I guess we'll go discard on Liliana, because having Liliana on the board as an extra target and, like, getting the card out of their hand, too. It was a march! It was a march! Holy cow! Oh my goodness, dude. What? I mean, that was the play. Now we gotta gain life from the Atraxa. Restock our hand. So we're gonna go Plaza as the land, right? Oh, well, we hit so much land. All right, Liliana as Planeswalker. Elas as creature, and I guess Skrelv as the artifact. We didn't hit too many great things there. Gonna go back up to 14. Atraxa Exiles. This is really cool. If nothing else, this is just really, really cool, isn't it? Yeah, back up to 14. Atraxa Exiles. Elas comes down. Blocks on the ground. Yeah, we don't have anything in the air, do we? Crap, guys. Oh no. Oh no, that was so cool, man. Yeah, GG opponent. I'll tell you what, I could have played that one out much better, but the plus on the Liliana was essential, because that march would have just taken the Atraxa out of the combat anyways. So there had to have been a better way to play that one out. Guys, we're going to try to get one more game in. So far, the deck is very cool, and hopefully this last match doesn't take too long, because we are 40 minutes. If it starts leaning towards the opponent, I'm just going to give it to the opponent, because why not, right? I don't want to breach the 50-minute mark on this video necessarily, but for the sake of playing a very fun deck so far, I do want to try to squeeze that last match in. All right, it's a fine hand. At least we have a 3-drop this time. The hands have been... Oh my goodness. Well, I guess it's going to be a fast one, guys. Hey, okay. We found a cut down. That's good news. Do we just hit it now before they get it above cut down range? Yeah, probably. But before there's something like super fancy, we probably do it on our turn. Oh, Boros. Cool. Swift Spear number 2. Plaza is fine here, and Ayara is not going to block super well here. Boros prowess, huh? Ancestral Anger. Yep. Couple planes. Probably open protection at this point, right? Oh, Liliana. Well, any protection doesn't get around sacrificing, probably, so let's get that Swift Spear out of here. Good draw. Very good draw. Charmed Groom comes down now. Pretty slow start for Boros. Swift Spear number 3 takes care of the Liliana, unfortunately. Charmed Groom blocks so well, but do we just get Sheoldred down, man? Start gaining life. Yeah, I think we do. Everything in our hand is so good. Now, there is something to be said here, since they are playing white mana, that it is possible that they clean up Sheoldred easily. I think they might struggle to get over. Let's see, take 6. 2. We don't want them to give double strike. I think we try to block. There's probably a combat trick here, though, but I don't think we hold back the block. This is where Edgar could have come into play, because a block we would have just went for it, you know? And then we would have had the coffin with more chump blockers. But getting rid of the trample here is going to be important. Lawrence Escape. We might actually be able to keep Sheoldred on this board, too. Nope, there it is. Play with fire. Okay. And the trample... Wait. Yeah, the trample gets through because of the play with fire. We're down to 8. Very scary business. At some point, they got to run out, though, right? And hopefully the infantry doesn't get around this. Vraan's excellent, too. If we go Ayara, Skrelv Defector Mite can't block. Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, guys. It was a relatively slow hand already. Another cut down would be terrific. We do have 2 more in here. We got to try to take care of the Swift Spear. And if we wouldn't... Crucible. Nice. Nice. We could take 6, get rid of Swift Spear, down to 2. If we don't take care of anything here, like, look at our hand. This trample's a big problem. Take 6, Vraan. We see a land, Ayara, Vraan could come down, and we might have enough blockers. Yeah, the trample... I'm sorry, opponent. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm thinking. Unfortunately, we have to take the 3 here, I think. I don't know. I don't know, man. A little bit of extra lifelink. Oh! Oh, if only we had land. Oh, darn it. That's rough, man. Okay, Vraan's probably best bet for life gain then, right? And then Skrelv. The trample on the infantry is gonna get them there, guys. We can't block with Skrelv. I think that's it. I think that's game. There's probably so much they could have in hand too. Wow, Virtuoso, cool. It's a Boros Virtuoso build, guys. Very fun, very fun. So take 4, 5, gain 1. So we block here. Vraan probably dies. Take 5, lifelink brings us back up. And then we gain 2 off of Vraan after the lifelink saves our butt. Sure, why not? Let's give it a shot. Back up to 1. Back up to 3. I can't believe we didn't die. I can't believe it. Oh no, it's tapped land. No. We got tapped land, guys. Oh my goodness. At any point they can find it. At any point. Yeah, hexproof from a color. So if they find like, I mean, lightning strike, they would just hit our face. If we did find the 5th land that was untapped, the Invasion of Tolvada probably would have brought back, well, Liliana would have just hit their 1/1 there. We're hanging on for dear life, guys. I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. Play with Fire would probably still just hit our face too, because of the trample on the infantry, being able to get the rest through. Commando? Dude, we're in so much trouble. Holy cow. Down to 2. Last card in hand. Not a Play with Fire. Oh, they had to back down, guys. Edgar's coming out. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, dude. I mean, at any point, we're gonna die. Like, literally at any point. We bring back, like... So if we can flip Ayara... No, we can't. No, we can't. We take 2 damage. Is it Liliana this turn or Sheoldred? I guess Sheoldred for the sake of potentially gaining life, right? Right? I guess. I guess so. Oh, speaking of gaining life. I'm being silly, guys. Ayara survived. Ayara survived. So we ditched the Edgar, right? On their turn, hit their face, gain 4, Vraan hits, right? So if we swing with our 2/2 and they kill it, we gain 2 from Vraan, right? Or we just gain 2 from the lifelink. So we're gaining 4 here. And then on their turn, we use Ayara's ability because it says nothing about... Yeah. It says nothing about... Dude, I can't believe we're pulling this back right now. Yeah, it's not sorcery speed. We can use that whenever. Full swing. So here's what we end up doing. We end up blocking here. Blocking here. Blocking here, right? So we just end up blocking like this too. And then using the Ayara's ability. Oh, the trample, the trample. Oops. We can ditch the Sheoldred too, I suppose. But yeah, no, that was silly. That was pretty silly. Can ditch the Vraan too. Either way, we're gaining enough here. We're gaining enough here either way. They drop the GG. We get this back transformed. But I should have blocked something else that we weren't sacrificing for the sake of the trample. We're back down to 7, and then Sheoldred gains us more, and then, yeah, we sacrifice something off of Ayara and have the brand do the last 2 damage. GG opponent, man. Wow. I mean, yeah, either way. So those blocks could have been a lot more optimized. I can't believe we were able to pull that back. Wow. I thought for sure they were going to find the extra damage off the top. What a great way to wrap up the evening, guys. Let's go ahead and go over the build again, shall we? Legendary Reanimator. Did I spell Reanimator wrong? I always forget if Reanimator ends with an OR or an ER. Oh well, it don't matter. It's just the deck title. Here's the deck list again, guys. I would have loved to see more cool things with the Jodah. If you guys do want to see like a full dedicated 4 of Jodah build with most likely Jodah humans, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can put together. Other than that, I think it was, at least if nothing else, a really neat concept to try the Furnace Queen, to bring back Jodah to wrap up games that way with all of our legendary creatures swinging in at the same time then. Furnace Queen's excellent. Honestly, the Widow of the Realm side, this is just pretty solid as well. And I love how it works pretty well with the Vraan too. So Scrapwork Mutt was fine. I could see dropping this going up like a go for the throat or something. Dropping 1, I should say, right? I think you're going to want at least 2 to 3 Scrapwork Mutts. Just more ways to get cards into the graveyard is going to be important for your reanimation on the Invasion of Tolvada, if nothing else, right? So 25 land, yep, it was 25. That makes sense. I wouldn't drop any land. I think it's going to come in handy very, very often, even though sometimes you're going to be ramping with Celestus. That's fine. Celestus is great, dude. I like it. I wouldn't drop it. I don't think we got to see it do too much today, but Liliana put in some work today. That was cool. Overall, doing a lot and a lot of different matches, right? So Elas il-Kor was great. Vraan was good. I'd drop a Skrelv too, honestly. So here's what I would do. I would go down to 3 Scrapwork Mutts, 2 Skrelvs. I thought we were going to use Skrelv's ability to protect the Ayara more often, but we have so many different combos in here in general that, like, there's just too much going on, and you need more ways to survive longer. So going down to 3 Scrapwork Mutts, going down to 2 Skrelvs, and going up 2 pieces of your choice of spot removal, we'll be fine. Just couple go for the throats. That totally works if you want to. Infernal Grasp might be doing too much damage to your face right now, since we are seeing a lot of mono red still. So Sheoldred's great, obviously. I don't know if we need more than 1 Sheoldred, though. I think the 1 was fine, especially when the 3 Edgars was really good. This card's really good, guys. It shocks me that there's not a list out there that people are playing with Edgar. I mean, honestly, dude, even like the top end of like a vampire aggro would be pretty cool, right? I guess maybe there's not enough other good vampires for Orzhov colors, but I mean, that's not true at all. I mean, if nothing else too, my favorite saying right now, if nothing else, Vraan Executioner Thane is a new vampire that totally knows how to get a little bit of extra damage through on each turn, right? If you're sacrificing things to like Ayara and stuff, bro, the combos in this deck were sick. Oh man. It's a fun time, guys. This was a really fun time. I would play this deck just outside of recording, just for fun. That being said, would I play it in ranked? Overall, if I wasn't making videos, I probably would never play ranked. I don't like the whole ranking up process. I don't like putting weight on victories, right? So like a deck like this, when you're just having fun, you're probably the type of player to just play games for the sake of playing games, right? So, I mean, that's probably where this list belongs, right? Just play games for the sake of playing games. It's very fun. At some point, we'd probably be able to pull off a really cool Furnace Queen Reanimate Jodah full swing with all your legendaries buffed up. And if not, though, I could easily see, like, you're ripping out part of the soul of the deck, but you could drop the Jodahs going up an extra Atraxa, and then go up a couple more top ends that you want to reanimate too. So other than that, guys, very fun time. If you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions for real. Make sure you let me know what you would add or take out down in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.